So tonight, when the facade reads number 4, forever, what is the thought that starts to go through your head?
You know, I've thought about that. Really, last night was the first time I thought about it, and Deanna and I were in the room, and I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. And I never really talk about it. No one wants to hear around at my house what I did, and I don't walk around saying, hey, that was pretty good. No one cares. Because 2 nights ago, I'm taking out the trash, and I just remember, it's funny how you think about things at an awkward time. I was carrying the trash out, and I was like, I'm getting ready to have my jersey retired. Here I am taking out the trash. Oh, well. But it's really, I guess the point in all that is it's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. Because I dreamed, believe me, I was a daydreamer. You can ask my mom. When work was involved, I was nowhere to be found. Like Saturday morning was our to-do list, and somehow I'd go missing, and I'd be daydreaming about running out for the Saints or the Cowboys, or, playing in a Super Bowl or something. But I never dreamed of the unveiling of my jersey. I never dreamed of Hall of Fame. Granted, that's awesome. I dreamed of playing. And so when I tell people this, and it's so true, all the dreams, and very few people could probably say this, the dreams that I had as a kid, and we all have wonderful dreams, that I'm going to be this and be that. Mine have come true and then some. And it's kind of like, I didn't think about that, That's pretty amazing. I just thought about playing and what that would be like. All the other stuff kind of happened. And I'm truly honored by it, but it's like, to me, when I was done playing, people say, oh, you nervous that Peyton's got 3 yards to break your record? I'm like, no. Because what I did, who I did it with, how much fun we had is enough. But to look up there and to be one of a handful, to have your jersey retired in the most historic of franchises in all of sports. The Yankees maybe could rival that. You think about the great players that have played here. Man, it's endless. The Hall of Fame here in Green Bay is... So when I think about it, I think about that and how much of an honor it is, first of all, to play in a Packer uniform. That is quite an honor. But to be enshrined and have my jersey retired with the greatest of all time is quite an honor.
You had said that not all people like you. Many people do. The people that are here today, I believe, do, obviously. So for those that won't be there tonight, I'll give you the floor for a couple of minutes because I know we got to get going, but whatever you want to say to them.
Well, there's not much that I can say that I haven't said, but I'll kind of keep it lighthearted. I think about when I came here as a Viking and what that was like. And I only say this, and I said this in July a little bit. I wanted to beat the Packers, don't get me wrong. And, I love my time here, but for a lot of reasons, I wanted to win. First of all, I'm a competitor. And regardless of who I'm playing with, I want to win. But I wanted to win. But the closer I got to Lambeau, the tougher it got. And I was like, this was so much easier when I drove my truck down this road. And everyone was like, yeah. Well, they were going, they were giving me number 1, but it was a different one. And I was like, oh, that's not a wave. And when I came out of the tunnel, I was like, now we ended up winning, and it was close, but I was like, how could anyone as an opponent, I'd always been on the other side. How could anyone this is tough. And I say that with all due respect because it was, in some ways, it was an honor to have the loudest boo and roar that I have ever heard directed at me in Lambeau. I'm like, what is wrong with this? Then I kind of look down, I'm like, purple. But when I walked back out there in July, it was like, this is what it's all about. So as an opponent, you got your hands full.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Favre.
Brett, on behalf of Rawhide, this crowd says a lot, but we can't thank you enough for the sacrificial efforts you've made to be here today in the midst of a very busy day. On behalf of all the boys at Rawhide, Bart and Cherry, I know they extended their very best wishes, and thank you for participating in this Chalk Talk. We're very grateful for that. Thank you, Brett.